Hey everybody, and welcome to the latest episode of the Odd Vlog, and today we're going to be focusing on the pins that I have, and showing you just a few of the collection that we've actually managed to get together in this bag. And this follows on from the last video we did, which was all about some of the Pirates of the Caribbean collectibles that I have, and cosplay as well. So first of all, starting on the outside of this bag, I showed you in the last video as well, we've got the pirate medallions, and there's two of those that we have that we've stuck on this bag. So I do use these if I ever do my pirate cosplay. These do come off, and I use those. Over here as well, we've got these which came from Florida. So we've got the pirate key ring and the black pearl as well. And then on the other side we've got a haunted mansion key, so that obviously came from Florida too. So yeah, they're just things that I stick on the outside of the bag just to kind of add some extra decoration to it and a bit of theming. So slide this down. Inside the bag then, we'll start off with the very first page. I don't know how long it's going to take to do this, so this may very well become a bit of a two-part vlog, but let's start at the very beginning. Now, don't just use this bag for pins. There's all sorts of other things and bits and pieces in here, including all of the park maps, guides, and every other thing that we kind of pick up on the way. So all of the park tickets go in here too. But if we focus on the pins on page 1, kind of got a bit of an ensemble of different things here, but this is mostly Paris stuff. So we've got the 2 room keys for the 2 hotels that I've stayed in, so New York Hotel and the Disneyland Hotel. Very glad to get the Hotel New York pin before obviously the actual hotel gets rethemed to the art of Marvel. So then we've got Disneyland Park pin in the middle, which is one of my favourites and one of the bigger pins that I have. And then we've got one for Walt Disney Studios on the right. And then my favourite show, fireworks show, Disney Dreams there. So I definitely had to get a pin to commemorate that. Also, you notice that I like to get pins for the years that I go. So, yep, 2012, 2014, 2015, and then 2017 for the 25th anniversary. We didn't go in 2016 because we went to Disney World instead. So there we go. So that's the first page of the pins. These are definitely some of my favourites, and certainly if I do stay in any other hotels in Paris, I will try to add the actual pin for that hotel to the collection as well. And if they ever were in some miracle world to create another sort of park in Paris, then I'd probably get a pin to reflect that too. As you'll see later on, when it comes to Disney World, I like to have not just a pin for the hotel that we stay in and the year that we go, but also all of the individual parks as well. So there's just a few bits and pieces there to show you. So over the page we have just a few of the pirates. The 4 at the top here come from effectively a Pirates of the Caribbean starter pack, and you'll see it's the Pirate Mickey that was in that starter pack. Pirates of the Caribbean, as you know by now, is certainly very heavily featured in terms of why I became a Disney fan, so I definitely had to get these Pirate Mickey ones when I saw them. And I think all of these came from the first time that I went to Paris, which was in 2012. Well, actually, it was the second time I went to Paris because I was there in '92, but I was 5, I don't really remember it particularly well. So that's all we've got on that page. Turning over, we've got some more sort of random guides and maps. These ones all come from Florida, and there's some of these pirate treasure maps as well for Adventureland too. So carrying on with the pirate theming, we've got all of these, which are all of the movie pins that I've managed to get together. So we've got the On Stranger Tides pack there. We've got the medallion again. We've got the ones from the film, so Dead Man's Chest, On Stranger Tides, and then a bigger version of the medallion, and the more recent one as well for Salazar's Revenge. So yeah, I'd like to get some more of these and just sort of build up the collection as we go. So if you're ever wondering what to get me for my birthday, if you find a Pirates pin, you're pretty much a safe bet. Over the page again, we've got some of the Toy Story ones. Some of these were a booster pack, and then others, as you can see, with the Toy Story Playland and Buzz Lightyear Laser Blast ones, and the Alien because he's cool. And then down here we've got some Marvel ones. So I definitely want to build on this. This was just really the beginning of a little Marvel collection. We've got the 4 logos and then the main Avengers logo, which I picked up last year when I was in Paris. So those ones are relatively new. I definitely want to build on that and try and add a few more. So turning over, what we have here is actually the Epcot coin collection. So these are all of the coins for various sort of different countries, and something that we picked up when we were there. Just a really cool kind of collectible thing that I like. and I've put that with definitely my favourite set of attractions pins. So attractions pins are, if you don't know, basically a whole range of pins, a whole series that was issued for Disneyland Paris, and is all about the rides, and these are my favourite ones. I really want to keep collecting these. They generally tend to come out with a few more each year, I think, but as you can see, they're all themed to the rides. I recently found out that this collection is actually much bigger. There's loads of these that you can find, but they are becoming relatively rare. The Walt Disney Studios ones seem to be the newest, and obviously every time that they do a sort of makeover for a ride like Space Mountain to Hyperspace Mountain, they'll do a new pin for it. But I love these. These are definitely my favourites. Individually, not just as a collection, but I really like these, and definitely would like to get some more in the future. So I'm always looking out for these if I go to the parks. These are definitely my favourites. So yeah, hopefully we'll get a few more. So turning over after the attractions pins, we've then got just a few more really random pins that I've picked up both from Disneyland Paris and from Walt Disney World. These ones come from Paris, and I like them because they just do certain things, and then just one sort of generically to pick out some of my favourite rides and attractions, particularly with Everest, which was well, yeah, a little bit scary if you don't particularly like fast rides. So I definitely wanted to get a pin to commemorate the fact that I survived, and I particularly like this one as well, which opens up. You know, it's just little things like that, little details that just make these pins really special. And you never know, one day maybe we'll get to go to every single Disney resort. We can dream, right? Sure, yeah. And then underneath that, we've kind of got a bit of a Frontierland kind of theme, particularly like these two, which we picked up last time we were in Paris, and obviously was commemorating their kind of Day of the Dead celebrations and the Coco theming that they'd put into Frontierland for Halloween. So really like those. I love the colours of it. Yeah, definitely had to get a pin to reflect that. And we got the Lone Ranger there, which actually I really like as a film. I really enjoyed it, so definitely wanted to get a pin. Got a couple of Big Thunder Mountain pins, which I had to get because it's my favourite ride, and also Sheriff Mickey up at the top here. So yeah, a few more of the kind of random pins that I pick up, but yeah, I'd like to build on the Frontierland ones if I can, maybe get some Chip and Dale pins in there too. So yeah, we definitely like that. Over the page, we start going into more of the Disney World collection. So as I said before, we like to pick up pins for each of the parks, the hotel, and the year that we went. So we've got the Magic Kingdom there. We've obviously got the kind of generic Disney World pin from 2016, the year that we went. Animal Kingdom. And going down, we've got Hollywood Studios, the hotel that we stayed at, which was French Quarter, and Epcot as well. And speaking of Epcot, underneath here we've got my my actual Epcot World Showcase passport, and also the Food and Wine Festival passport, which you can pick up as well. So just nice little kind of collectible bits that we've kind of just found along the way, and they all kind of live in here basically with all of the pins as collectible items. So I really like those. I really think they're cool. And then turning over, I'll just pull the bag out a little bit more. Then we get into the limited edition pins that we have. Obviously we've got the top three there just for sort of generic Halloween pins that they do, which I really like, especially the pumpkin. I just really like it. But beneath that we've got the limited edition ones. So this is the pin from Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party in 2016. It's a gorgeous pin, and if memory serves, we had to kind of queue up and get a menu of the pins that we wanted. And I loved it. I had to get that. So not cheap, but definitely, if you can, worth getting. Massively collectible, and as it says, limited release, so it's not like there's a lot of them out there. Similarly with the Food and Wine Festival from 2016, it's one of my kind of favourite times of the year to go to Epcot. Really enjoy that festival, so yeah, had to get a pin for that one as well. And then again from 2016 Halloween, I think this is another pin that sort of does a few things. You've got the ghost playing the organ behind the lock, and the key that hangs down from it as well. So really like those. This is kind of like the October collection, really, if you like, with the limited edition ones, and a couple other things that we've picked up along the way. So we've got a pin trading pin, and then the Walt Disney World Keys to the Kingdom pin. So this is the pin that they give you when you do the Keys to the Kingdom tour. So not one that you can buy in the shops, one that you can only get when you've actually been and taken that tour, which I definitely recommend. It's very good, not just to get the pin, but as a tour, it's absolutely brilliant. And then just a sheriff's badge with my name on it because, well, why not? It was fun. So those are the ones that we picked up along the way. And then turning over, There's some really, really good ones here. A lot of these come from what they call the mystery packs. I don't think they really do these in Paris, or they might have just started, I'm not sure. But certainly in Disney World in Florida, they're very, very popular. And basically, they will issue a series of pins, maybe like a set of sort of 6 to 8 pins, and you pick up a box which contains 2, but you don't know which 2, so they are a bit of a mystery. So they might be like these 2, which are themed to a particular ride, so they're for the Haunted Mansion. This particular set is the Glow in the Dark set, so I really like those, and those are the 2 that came in the box. And then we've got a couple other Haunted Mansion ones that we managed to get. They're not part of the same series, but again, they're part of the mystery boxes for that range. So those are 2 of the I think 8 of the pins that you could get from those boxes. These 2 at the top, Haunted Mansion on the left and Seven Dwarfs Mine Train on the right. This was part of a mystery box set for the Magic Kingdom's 45th anniversary celebration. So obviously they were themed to the rides. Yet another Haunted Mansion one that I managed to pick up, but was very happy to get the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train one, because I really enjoy that ride. It's a very short ride, but it's very, very good. They do also have other rides as well for the mystery boxes. So these were the 2 of the Pirates of the Caribbean ones that I picked up, which I really like. And then with those, I've just included some of the other kind of generic Pirates of the Caribbean ride pins that I picked up from America. So we've got one there, and then a few beneath it as well, which I just love. As you know by now, it's all about pirates for me. So you know, these do things and open up and have pictures behind them. So yeah, they're very, very cool. Really like these. I think the mystery pin boxes are a really good idea if you've got a particular ride that you love, or whether it's, you know, a year that you want to commemorate, or they're doing anniversary editions as they did then. Yeah, I definitely want to go back and get some more of these. Underneath those, we've just got a few of the buttons that I picked up. So obviously they've got this one with my name on it. This is what they give out when you do the Keys to the Kingdom tour, and other badges that you can pick up along the way. I did have more, but annoyingly they did not come back with us on the flight back, and we think they were taken out of my suitcase. I'm not 100% sure, but there we go. And then at the back, we've just kind of got the boxes. So these 4 boxes are what the mystery pins come in. So as I said before, you don't know what they're going to be. You just know that they're going to be 1 or 2, I should say, of a series. So there you can see the whole series of that one, for example. But I really like them. I just think they're a nice souvenir, and because they've got a bit of a mystery to them as well, and they're quite collectible. And then with all of this, we've got the lanyards too. So we've got one for the 25th anniversary of Disneyland Paris. We've got some Halloween ones, we've got some Pirates ones, we've got the Pirates one that came with that booster pack that you saw at the beginning, and other stuff as well. So there's quite a lot of them, but I'm going to take these out because the one that I want to show you, yeah, there's quite a lot there, is this one underneath, which is specifically a Pirates of the Caribbean pin trading event. This is really big and very, very heavy, but this is basically what it says over here. So it's from the Pin Hunt event in 2010 from Disneyland Paris. Absolutely love this. This was a birthday present that my wife got me, so I love it. It's really, really cool. I've questioned whether or not sometimes to use it for cosplay, but I don't want anything bad to happen to it, so it's definitely something that I certainly treasure, and definitely like to keep nice and hidden away and protected where no one can find it in my pin bag. So those are the other lanyards there, and that's it. That is the pin collection for me, and I'd love to see what pins you have, so please do share. Perhaps send me some pictures on Twitter, on my Disney channel, which is @planetary_pilot. Love to see what people have in their collections. I love trading pins. Well, I haven't actually traded pins, but I love seeing the pins. I love collecting them. For me, it's all about having a collection rather than trading them. I wouldn't trade any of these, because quite simply I buy them because I really like them, and I want them to be part of the collection. I've never bought a pin with the intention of trading it with somebody and getting rid of it. Maybe one day in the future I will, who knows. Perhaps pick up a starter pack or something like that and trade. It does look like it could be quite good fun, but these pins in particular, you know, they all tell a story of a certain year that we went, or commemorating somewhere that we've been. So these ones I definitely would not want to get rid of anytime soon. But there we go, those are the pins. As I say, hit me up on Twitter and let me see your collections. I'd love to see what you have. And with that being said, we're all done, and I'll see you guys in the next video.